So thank you for jumping on the call. I'm super excited about this call. I know that income can be so confusing for coaches because it's like, how do I earn? And then you get volume into it, and it can be just kind of confusing. But as you start to build, and this is what I continuously tell you guys, as you start to build and you start to see your volume, that's when you're going to start to understand volume a little bit more. I am going to dive into it a little bit tonight. It's just that you can get really heavy into it, and that's okay to do. I just feel like a lot of you, again, will start to see the team cycle bonus as you start to add to your team, as you start to see the volume on the right and the left leg and how it makes a cycle. So with that being said, we'll go into that a little bit more later on, but obviously, like, this is a business. We want to build an income. Like, sometimes, if you're a hobby coach or just like, I just want to make X amount of money, whatever it is. But the bottom line is you can make an S load of money with this business when you treat it like a business, when you show up, when you dig in, and when you stick with it. This is like, we know that you have to be consistent. For those of you who participated in the 100 invite challenge, you know that you got a good result because of the work that you put in. You got positive results, right? And you got wins because you showed up and because you dug in and because you said, I'm doing this, because it's not guaranteed, but we know that when we apply what we know and we keep showing up and keep doing it, that you're going to build a business. You're going to earn an income. If that's your goal and you're not willing to waver on what your goals are, you're going to get there. So, and I know a lot of you right now are starting to experience that. You're starting to see some income that you didn't have maybe before. You're starting to see like, okay, I can actually do this. Like, I could actually maybe hit this amount, or I could actually provide this and this for my family. And when you can do that because of something that you worked hard for, it feels freaking good, right? And that's what this is. It's just about going through the trenches of learning, of growing, and of like not giving up and seeing what you're capable of, because it will just continue to bless you. So I'm going to try to share my screen, and then, cause I like don't do this very often, and I'm going to try to do this without, so let's go to my desktop. Okay. So can you guys see my desktop? Somebody give me a thumbs up. Okay, Jess, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to try to create this slideshow, but if it doesn't, I think this will work. Maybe. Okay. So, can somebody send me a message? Because I can't see you. Can someone just say if you can see this?
I want to unmute myself. Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. I can't see you. I'm like, how do I get, and I don't want to X out of this because I've done this before and I don't want to, like, it doesn't even matter. I don't need to see you guys. I would like to, but okay, so earning the income that you want. So, and if you could just mute yourself again, thank you so much. So the potential to earn is insane. Like, again, it's all a matter of how much you want to put in. If you want to treat this like a business, if you want to show up every single day, if you want to do it when it's not convenient, because something I see coaches do is not show up because it's not convenient. Because there's been so many times in my business that I could have been like, okay, this isn't working. And there was a time when I was like, this isn't working. I don't know if this is going to work for me. So if we can all be honest and say that we've all doubted ourselves so many times, maybe throughout the business or through our fitness journey or whatever, but the potential is amazing and it's huge as long as you're willing to give yourself tough love and show up on the days, not, show up every single day, whether it's convenient or not. Okay, so I want you guys to write down an amount of income right now that you want to earn every single month. If you're making $50 or $100 a month right now, that's not the goal. You need to increase that goal. So don't be afraid to write down a different goal, because you should want to increase what you're already doing, right? So I want you to write that down. It's okay if it's scary. And if it feels like, that's hard, that's okay, because it's okay. Like, you're going to grow, things are going to happen. You're going to learn to see what works and what doesn't, and what you need to work on, and where you need to fill in gaps, if there are gaps, and whatever. So this is something you want to make right now. This isn't something you want to be making in a year. This is something right now that would completely, bless your family, that would pay for a car payment, a mortgage, whatever it might be. And some of the notes that I'm creating for Coach Camp have a little bit to do with the fact that a lot of people, will say, well, I just don't want to be annoying, or I don't want to be whatever. And it's like, this is a business. You are not selling something. We are selling a lifestyle. We are selling way more than fitness. And I know you all know that by now, because some of us probably wouldn't be here if this was just a product. It's beyond that. And that's what we're trying to transfer to people. This is a business of sharing and caring and helping people. And then that's where we're going to get paid, when we go into this business looking for nothing in return, but simply just wanting to help people. Okay, so just a breakdown of challenge packs and how kind of the potential of earning an income with selling challenge packs. So there's the breakdown: $160 challenge packs, $50 commission, 180 is 60, 205 is 70, 220 is 75. So if your goal is Success Club 6 each month, which it totally should be, and if you have if you have an X amount of money that you want to make with the business, which we all do, then Success Club 6 should be a non-negotiable. And you don't want to put Success Club on a pedestal. It's amazing and it's great, and you need to hit it. And I'm a huge believer in hitting it to grow your business. But we know that Success Club doesn't define you. We know that if you miss it 1 month, it's totally fine. We know that stuff happens and we didn't get the points, or whatever the case is. But the fact of the matter is, if you sell 3 challenge packs, you're going to hit Success Club 6. And that basically means that you're just kicking butt. You're getting people involved. You get recognition from the company. You get gifts and prizes from your coach a lot of times. And it's $150 in commission. So what could $150 in commission just for that? Because you have to think about this. If you have other people on HD orders, if you're also selling 3-month subscriptions, if you're also signing a couple coaches, if you're also selling 2 tubs of Energize, if you're also whatever the case is, right? And you have, like I said, previous customers who are still ordering, that can really, you could easily be making $300 plus a month simply from hitting Success Club and continuing to have recurrent customers. So that's kind of a breakdown on that. As far as the on-demand goes, we've talked about this before. We did that push, where it was the quarterly subscription, where we were trying to kind of focus on getting people started without necessarily always focusing on challenge packs, because it just gets, sometimes, that's just not, we have to meet people where they are. If a challenge pack isn't the right thing for them, then it's totally fine. Like, we need to just give them something to, like Miranda said today, like, we want to give people a taste of what we have to offer, because it's amazing and they can get a ton from just a quarterly subscription. So here's the breakdown of an annual membership. So BOD, which is $99, you get a $40 commission. If you do the semi-annual, which is the $59 for 6 months, it's $23.60, and quarterly is $15.55. And sometimes that differs based on the area that the customer is in. So that's not going to be completely 100%, but it's pretty dang close on the commission you make. It depends on how much they're billed for BOD. So sometimes you'll see that people are billed differently, like their business fees different. It's not always $15.95 for every single coach. Some of my coaches pay $17 because of the area that they're in. So this shows you that if you got 20 customers on BOD for the year, that would be $800 annually that you would earn just from 20 subscriptions for BOD annually, 20 customers quarterly, which is what we were promoting there for a while, simply because you can actually create $150 by having 10 people sign up for the quarterly BOD. No, I'm wrong about that. I don't know. I can't see you guys and I can't remember what the figure is. But anyhow, that just...
I think that's right.
Am I right?
Yes.
Okay. But that doesn't even make sense. If it says 20 customers quarterly, that doesn't even make sense. Am I right? Okay. Anyways, doesn't matter. But the breakdown just shows you, because if you earn $15.55 per customer, and obviously you don't get it for the 2 weeks after they sign up, but we know that if you can make $150 a month simply from getting 10 people each month, whatever that would figure to be. Maybe that's what they meant to put on there. I didn't create this, so that's why I'm like, oh, I'm not sure what that means. But I don't think that's accurate. But it just gives you the breakdown. It shows you that that can be completely reached by your income goal based on how many, like this is like a reverse engineer. Like this is the way to reverse it to figure out, okay, what do I need to do in order to create this amount of income, right? Because at the beginning of your business, before you're Emerald, and when you're a very early Emerald coach, your income is based on subscriptions. Your income is based on retail. It's not going to come from Team Cycle Bonus yet because you're not there yet. But once you hit Emerald, that's when you're starting to build. That's when you're actually going to start to earn a Team Cycle Bonus, which we're going to go to in a minute. So then there's the breakdown of if you sold a tub of Energize, that's your commission. Shakeology, that's your commission. Ultimate Portion Fixer 2B Mindset, that would be if it was by itself. Performance Stack, Recover, 3-day refresh. And again, Recover's on there twice. I don't know why. Energize and box of bars and collagen. So there's the breakdown of other products. And this is why, again, we try to and you guys can do the math, sometimes, and not sometimes, but all the time, so we know that with a challenge pack, you make $50, okay, for the 160, right? But say you sold the quarterly to somebody, but they wanted to go ahead and get Energize and maybe a box of bars or something, like the combination of those actually outweighs and you can end up earning more. So don't be discouraged. Like if you can't get somebody started on a challenge pack right away, just know that you're, like I said, meeting them where they are, and you're going to, there's always a later date for them to upgrade to a challenge pack. It's not a big deal, but income wise, it can actually benefit you, the coach, more by them doing it this way sometimes versus the challenge pack, which is crazy. But the challenge pack is such a really good deal for them that's why we sometimes make a little bit less, and the volume's a little bit less, just because they're getting such a good deal on the product rather than just buying it separately, like a la carte. Okay, so here we're going to dive into volume just a little bit. And after we get done here with this, when I can see your faces, I'm going to, we'll open it up and you guys can ask questions specifically on what confuses you about volume, if there's something that you feel like you're not understanding or I'm not covering. So as an Emerald coach, you make $14 per Team Cycle Bonus. The best way I can describe it is that it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So basically, so Shakeology is 90 points. We all know that. Recover's 50. Okay, so say you had, let's just say you had 2, and I'm just throwing that out there because Energize is 38 points. Every product has a different PV, has a different point volume. And that's the amount that they're going to pull from each leg, because you have 2, And that's the amount it's going to determine whether or not you cycle. Okay. So in order to cycle, you have to have 200 on your strong leg and 100 on your left. I'm sorry, not your left leg, but just your weak leg, whatever leg that may be. I'm not going to go into that. That's a whole nother thing. Doesn't really matter. You just need to know that in order to cycle, you have to have a certain amount on each leg. So you have to have 200 on one leg and 100 on another. That's a cycle. I didn't come up with this. This is just the way it is. So if you want to think about it as, say you had 1,000 points on one of your legs and you had 2,000 on the other. Okay. And it's different like this just because you have a weak leg and you have a strong leg. The strong leg is the one that they're going to pull 200 from, and the weak leg is the one that they're going to pull 100 from. So if you think about it, if you have one of your weak leg has 1,000 point volume, that's coming from coaches under you who are ordering. That's coming from them selling stuff. So their personal orders, whatever they're selling, like all this volume comes up. Okay. So let me throw something in here just to kind of explain. So I continuously add coaches under me, and you guys have already been signed up, right? So say I add a new coach, I add them underneath you guys, but they're not technically under you. They're under me, but they fall genealogy wise in the downline. That creates volume, and the volume comes up, and guess what? I'm helping you build that leg. This is what's cool about it. So that's what gives you a strong leg. It might be my weak leg because I'm trying to build that side. Because really quickly, so when you sign up underneath somebody, you either go on their right leg or their left leg, right? It's just the way it is. Again, I didn't make this up. This is just network marketing. And this is one type of network marketing. And this is how Beachbody does theirs. So when you signed up, you went to one of your coach's legs. One of the legs was a strong and one of them was a weak. If you went to their weak leg, it's because that means that they had to build that leg all by themselves. Okay. Because their strong leg, their coach is helping them build. So again, I can go more into that after I finish this, but I want you to understand if you had 1,000 on your weak leg and you had 2,000 on your strong leg, you can only cycle 10 times because it's going to pull 100 and 100 and 100 and 100. And you can't pull anymore from that once the 1,000 is gone, right? Because it emptied out. So you're going to cycle 10 times at $14 a cycle as an Emerald coach. If you were Ruby, most people don't hit Ruby simply because they usually go straight from Emerald to Diamond. But Ruby is 2 coaches on each leg, and one coach on each leg is Emerald. Most people have an easier time signing discount coaches rather than creating Emerald coaches, which is why you go straight from Emerald, which is 2, you guys know that. And then you go straight to the 8 coaches, 4 on each leg and 1 Emerald on each leg. So you can see how it can jump up in income from the 14 to the 18, because if you multiply 18 times 10, obviously that's $180. You would earn $180 just because you have discount coaches. That's why discount coaches are so important. You never overlook discount coaches. They become working coaches. They create a ton of volume for your income. And that's the residual income you're looking for, right? That's why when you sign up, and I have new coaches sign up and you guys sign coaches, I'm like, you have to get to Emerald as soon as you can. Like, it's just important because you're just, going, because like some of you right now, this is just an example. So some of you aren't Emerald but you're getting people involved and you're selling challenge packs, right? So you're creating volume. But you're not really reaping the benefits of the volume that you're creating because you're not really getting it in that rank form like you could be if you were Emerald. So that's why I'm always like, you got to get to Emerald as fast as you can. Sign a spouse, sign your friend, and then sign a spouse, or whatever the case is, some way to get you there so that you can basically, take advantage of the volume that you could create with it, because then you're going to duplicate that, and then you're going to duplicate that, and then you're going to duplicate that, and then you're going to end up hopefully having enough coaches for Diamond, and hopefully building a couple of those people to Emerald, and then you hitting Diamond. And then that creates the $18 team cycle bonus. So a lot of times I'll just be really honest with you guys and share this because I want you to know what's possible for yourselves. So my goal every single week is to have 2,800 volume on my weak leg. Okay. That means because my right leg is so freaking strong because I'm under Christina Sullen's side up there. Okay. And that's a monster leg. And so I have volume for days on my right leg because it's a super strong leg. I'm trying to get my left leg to equal that because I'm basically, when you have carryover volume, you're not able to utilize the volume. If you're not building your weak leg in order to pull from that volume that's just sitting there waiting for you to pull from it, but you run out on your left leg, if that makes sense. So my goal is to have 2,800 volume every single week. Simply volume alone on my first business center, which if you do the math, that's $500 a week. Okay. So 28 times 18, whatever that is, it's about $500. That's my goal every single week, to make $500 with volume. That's that alone. That doesn't include my husband's account, which makes money in cycles because he's Emerald, which I'm working to get him to Diamond. And that doesn't include any orders that go through under him. That doesn't include any orders that go through under my first business center. And it doesn't include any orders that go through under my second business center. And my second business center is close to Diamond. Therefore, I'm going to increase my income, because right now, if I get a cycle under my second business center, and you're able to open a second business center when you hit 2-star. So when you get 2 diamonds underneath you, you're able to open your second business center. And that's really when your income will start to flourish. But anyways, I can basically give myself, kind of a raise from $14 team cycle bonus to 18. So hopefully that helps you understand. I know that that's like, I'm throwing a bunch of stuff at you, and a little bit of it might be over your head, and that's totally fine, because it took me a long time to really get a grasp on this and to understand and to learn it. And there's still some things that coaches will say, and I'm like, because it's just, anyways, there's a lot of other technical stuff that you can get involved with, but it doesn't matter. This is the gist of it. And once you start to build, you can kind of see, okay, if I want to make X, like I know that I want to make $500 a week, solid residual income. That means that I didn't have to do anything for it. Right? That means that I've created a team, I've created a solid foundation, and the volume's there. So then anything else I sell is extra. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense to you guys. So that's all for that presentation. I'm going to exit out of this. So really quickly, I want to share something else that kind of blew my mind. And I just want to share this because a lot of times we don't talk a lot about this, and we need to, because I want you guys, again, to just know what's possible with what you can do with this. And when you go to Summit, I think that's when you really start to see, like, whoa, like this is insane, because you just start to see people on the stage because they've hit the Millionaire Club once or twice or 3 times or whatever, and you're like, okay, like, and they've been a coach for 10 years. Well, whoop-de-doo-dah, what's 10 years? Like I can hang in there for 10 years. So, so here's the 5-star diamond breakdown. I don't have a 2-star, so I'm just showing you these 2 graphics that I kind of ran across that I thought would be helpful. 2-star diamond also gets a bonus as well. But here's the 5-star diamond, just for example. So let's say if your current status is 1-star diamond, that means you have 1 diamond underneath you. You need 7 new diamonds, because, again, this is where it gets kind of confusing, but say I have 3 diamonds on one leg and I have no diamonds on the other. I am only a 1-star diamond coach, because in order to actually be able to count those other diamonds, I have to create diamonds on this other leg. Okay. So if I were to add a diamond on my right leg, I would only be a 3-star diamond. Okay. Even though I have 3 diamonds on one leg and only 1 on the other, I'm only technically a 3-star diamond coach, because it has to kind of equal. So I would have to have 3 on one leg and 2 on the other in order to be considered a 5-star diamond coach. Does that make sense? So basically it's showing you like if 1 in 10 coaches you enroll becomes a diamond, and 1 in 10 business invite translates into a coach sign up, because again, we know that this is a numbers game. We know how this goes. We know how many people we have to reach out to in order for us to actually, get people to say yes, and how many exposures it's going to take and all of those things. So in order to get 7 diamonds, you would need 70 coaches in a year. And that sounds like a lot. I didn't sign 70 coaches last year. And I have a thriving business, and I, created a couple new diamonds, and we have diamonds in the works right now, and all these amazing things. But this just kind of gives you a breakdown of what you would be kind of striving for. So that's 6 new coaches a month. You do not need to sign 6 new. Don't let this scare you. I just want you to understand this is just kind of a reverse engineer, example for you guys. But like, we know that I feel like a really solid, amazing goal. And again, this is going to depend on what your goal is. If you're like, I want to make 6 figures, then you better be signing 6 new coaches a month. But if your goal is like, okay, I just want to create, whatever, like a partial income for our family and whatever that number is to you, and we can talk more in depth to that, you can talk more in depth with your coach, then you need to, you can get by with a coach or 2 a month. And that's amazing. And hitting Success Club, that's amazing. So, but this shows you it would require 60 business invites a month, which isn't terribly, when you all just did the 100 invite challenge in 48 hours, that 60 business invites a month, that's not doable. Like, you guys know that. And I know that inviting to the coaching opportunity is different than inviting to your challenge group, but it shouldn't be. It really shouldn't. It shouldn't scare us anymore. It shouldn't be any different. It's literally reaching your hand out to say, hey, do you want to learn about this opportunity? Like, people don't have any idea what they're missing unless we ask them. And it's our job to ask them. So, and then this says, which breaks down into 14 business invites a week, which breaks down into 2 business invites a day. Okay. And one of the recommended goals that I learned a long time ago was invite 1 person to the coaching opportunity every single day. And I want you guys to make that your goal. I want you guys to make that your goal for the rest of the month. And here on out, like, did I share the opportunity with 1 person today? It could be an invite. It could be like adding them to a coach sneak peek. It could be sending them a YouTube video on coaching. It could be getting on a one-on-one to share. It doesn't matter. However you got like in their face or face-to-face, or however, you got in front of them, I should say, that counts. So from here on out, make that your goal, 1 person a day. And if you get 2, then freaking amazing. If you get more than 2, like if we're sharing for a sneak peek, then obviously we sometimes have that push to reach out a few more people. But if you're just consistent about sharing the opportunity, it's going to benefit you in a million ways. And I remember Lindsay Gray telling me a long time ago, I said, I'm just not signing coaches. I'm just not getting people involved who want to work this business. Like, I don't know if it's something I'm doing, who I'm attracting. And she said, well, how are you leading? Well, who are you talking to? Well, what are your posts look like? Do your posts look like, X, Y, and Z? Like, if you were to join you, what would you want your posts to look like? And different things. So think about that I just remember being so intimidated by sharing the opportunity. And I don't know why, because it's so silly. It's like, it's a simple thing, just like a fitness group. It's a simple thing of, would you want to learn what we do, So I hope that that's not you. I hope that, and if it is, it's fine. You'll get past it. I promise, as long as you're willing to get past it and you need to get past it. And you know how important it is to get past it in order to move forward. But that was me for a really long time. It felt, I don't know, it just felt scary, I guess, to share about the opportunity. So this will get you out of your comfort zone. And here's the kicker. When you get someone who's like, yeah, I want to learn more about it. Yeah, I really do. Then guess what? You're going to be like excited. You're going to be on cloud 9 because you're like, okay, I can do this. I shared about it. They said yes. they're thinking about it. They're talking to their husband. They're weighing out their options. They're whatever the case is. So that gives you like the boost that you need, right? To keep on going, to keep on sharing. So this just shows you 5-star diamond bonus is $2,800 and $2,865 per quarter. That's your bonus for being a 5-star alone every quarter. That has nothing to do with your income. Most, not all, but most 5-star diamond coaches are making 6 figures. And when you break it down and you think about it, that's 5 people just like you who want to build a business, who want to earn an income, who want to do amazing things for for their family, who love our community, who loves Beachbody, who whatever, wants to share the heck out of it because they're excited about it. That's 5 people. And again, I don't have, as a 2-star diamond coach, you can make 6 figures. It depends on whether or not you're building for volume or rank. And I'm not even going to go into that right now. I would be happy to share more about that with you guys on another call when you guys start to like get coaches and see the volume difference. Because to be quite honest, rank doesn't always mean that you're making more money, but it does mean that you're making a bonus every quarter. So a 2-star diamond makes about $800 or $900 every quarter. I don't have that one on here. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to X out of this and I'm just going to show you the 10-star diamond bonus just for the heck of it. So here's the 10-star. And again, same kind of thing. How many, and this is going to be higher because this is going to be a little bit more of a bolder goal. However, if you're already a 5-star diamond, I wouldn't set this kind of goal. I wouldn't say I'm going to be a 10-star diamond coach, because look at the amount of invites that it's telling me I would need to do. You need to set small goals and you need to build on that. So I got to 2-star. I actually got to 3-star. So my next goal after 3-star was 5-star, right? Or is 5-star, which means that I have a basis to go off of. I'm not going straight from, diamond to 5-star. But I just want to show you what's possible. And here's the 10-star diamond bonus, which is $10,500 every quarter. And not just that. That's not just the only bonus you get. And I'll send you guys these graphics if you want me to, so that you can see them a little bit better. But not only do you get the 10-star bonus, you get the 5-star bonus that I already showed you, which was what, 2,800 or something like that. And you get the 2-star. Okay. So you would get like I know Christina Solon's, I think she makes like 70 grand every quarter just off of her bonuses alone. Okay. So it's amazing. The possibility. I hope this just shows you that what you can do, what you're capable of. If you're willing to dig in, and I know a lot of you guys are, and you're willing to hang in there for the wins and all the amazing things that, are going to come your way if you keep showing up. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I think that's all that I had. Oh, sorry. Someone put, okay. You guys were chatting to me and I couldn't see you. So does anyone have any questions about any of that? Because I know that was a lot. But I hope that helped to break it down and, again, reverse engineer what it is that you're wanting to make and how many people consistently you need to reach out to in order to make this happen. And it shouldn't be a scary thing. It shouldn't be a stressful thing. It should be I'm going to set this time aside in my day. Here's my business hours. This is what my business looks like. Build on what you did last week, right? If last week you didn't set the time, these dogs, if you know that you didn't set the time aside to work your business last week, right? Then what are you going to do this week in order to make that happen and show up in the way that are going to be aligned with your goals? Because it's important for you to do that, because then, for one, you're going to get a positive response, right? And you're going to gain the income that you're wanting, and then you're going to build on that. And it's not going to seem hard because you did it. It's not going to seem tough because you made the time, you dug in, and you showed up. And then you're going to be like, okay, that's how I build my business. And then you're going to be able to tweak that and change that. Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? I'm going to shut this door. Okay. I'll be right out.
I think Jersey's curious about the 10-star bonus or something. I'm not sure. No, I just wanted to say that I know when you look at how you build this business and how it all breaks down, sometimes it feels like you're looking for all of these people that are going to like join you to build this with you. But really, quite honestly, Christina has told us so many times, you are not looking for a lot of coaches to do a lot of work. You are looking for literally 5 people to do what you're doing. That's it. Not that you don't have like, honestly, my business, like I made enough last month with my business to pay my mortgage. And that's usually what I make, what I have been making for the last few months. I think last month was maybe the highest that it has been in a while. However, I have these amazing discount coaches. That's why Tabitha said, don't discount the discounts, because they're the ones that really truly believe in the product. They're the ones that are alongside you doing this from a lot of times the beginning or close to the beginning. But then I have a handful of these amazing women that are like trusting me, and we're trusting each other to dig in and freaking do this. And it's not 20 coaches. It's literally like 3 to 5 girls, you know? So when you think about your own downline, that's what I want you to think about. Like, it's not all these imaginary, like, people that you have to go find somewhere. Mm-hmm. There are these people that are in your freaking backyard doing this with you, trusting you. So it's not like, it just blew my mind when Christina said that, because I'm like, you're right. Like, you just need a few people to do whatever the heck you're doing, you know? So, Tabitha, that was amazing. I was in the shower for a lot of it because I just had to take a shower after a long day today. Why do you feel so dirty riding in a car? I've never felt so dirty just being in my own car all day. That sounds so weird. But anyway, I took a shower. It was amazing. I know Jess Rhodes has had these questions. I know Tamara has had these questions. I know even Kayla loves this kind of info too. So this was an amazing call. Thank you for taking the time to break this down. And you guys, if some of it sounded like it was like Latin to you, it's okay. Like, honestly, the first little bit of my coaching career, I was like, I don't even care. Like, I don't care. I'm just going to do the things because I know that's going to get me the results, right? So I just focused on taking the action. And then now listening to the call, I'm like, yeah, this makes a lot of sense. If it doesn't make sense to you now, it's really okay. It's just hearing it more and more. And if it's something that you're really interested in learning about, then like YouTube, and make sure it's from Beachbody, or make sure it's from Christina Solons or Lindsay Gray. Not Shalene.
Like, yeah, Christine Dwyer,
Christine Dwyer. Yeah. And we can even drop their names in the comments of this call. But if you want to learn more, definitely listen to it again and again, because it will only make more sense. And then if you're confused by certain things, write it down and we can go over it with you. There was even questions that Jess and Tamara were asking me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm 95% sure it's this, but let me ask Tabitha before I like commit to this answer. Jess is laughing at me because she knows it. So that was her this last week. I'm like, I'm pretty sure this is what the answer is, but let's ask Tab. So anyway, I'm sorry, I'll quit talking.
You're fine. And sometimes a visual too, like, there's a lot of visuals that help explain the volume. And that's where I think, like, I try to like say it how it is and show it like in my hand gestures, but there's visuals that actually will make more sense that you could like look at too. But it's so true what Jess said. I love what she added, because Christina said that. She said, you're looking for a lot of people to do a very little amount, and you're looking for very little people to do a lot. Okay. Because again, like Jess said, I have how many builders on my team? You know, it's not like I've got like 25 people who are, really working the business hard. That's not the case, and that's okay. And I used to not share these things, I feel like, because
there she is. You're muted though.
Got it. So sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I think my husband's on the internet. Anyway, so I used to not share that stuff because I felt like it was just too like scary to see all that stuff. And it did feel like, okay, I have to find all these people. And that's not the case. Like, you don't have to hit Success Club 60 or Success Club 30 or Success Club 20 to build this business. You're just, like Jess said, you're looking for those people surrounding you that literally just want to run with you when they understand what this is all about. Okay, so that's that. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. I want to cover like 2 more simple things before we get off this call. Number 1, write this down. We're running a 3-day refresh group March 9th. Okay. So any of y'all who want to do a 3-day refresh, invite anyone and everyone on your team, customer list, or potential customer to do the 3-day refresh. I just promote it as a 3-day detox. Most people lose 4 to 7 pounds. It just kickstart your results. It gets you back on track mentally, of course, physically, decreases bloat. Like, I share all of those things, and there's a 3-day refresh video. If you go to 3-day refresh promo video on YouTube, you can pull up the one that I typically use. There's one of Autumn kind of explaining it. I will use that one sometimes too. So use that to your advantage to push towards the end of the month, because write this down. They need to order by March 2nd in order to get their refresh by the 9th. That's why we're doing it the 9th, because you have 2 weeks now to promote for this. So that gives you 2 weeks of every single day consistently talking about the 3-day refresh and inviting. I'll set the group up and we'll run with it. The other thing is, so we love the push group so much, the 48-hour push group. We loved it. We are starting a push group. Write this down. This Wednesday. We don't need to think about it. There's nothing to think about. It's so simple. We're starting this Wednesday, the 19th. And we're running it from this Wednesday to next Wednesday. And it's going to actually be a group. We're going to create a group where whoever wants to be in this push group is in it. It's going to carry us through the end of the month. It's going to give you guys the push for those of you who are still reaching for Emerald, for those of you who are still reaching for Success Club, for those of you who are still trying to like kind of get a routine going and stay on track and stay on the up. Because the way we're going to stay on the up as a team is if we keep doing fun things like this that get us like wins and keep us on top, right? So, because we just created so much energy with that group, it just blew my mind. And I know everybody felt that way, and it literally just like filled my heart, like, and filled my cup. So, and I know it did you guys too. And it's just like, it just helps create that consistency and that routine. Plus, it just, again, it makes you feel accomplished because you get wins off of when you push. Okay, so we're going to run that Wednesday to Wednesday. I'll put the specifications in there. It's not going to be 100 invites a day. I'm thinking it's either going to be 25. I'm thinking 25 a day is my thought that we're going to do, because if you do 25 a day, I can't do math. So, but if you do 25 a day for 7 days, okay, or 6, it's like 7 to 8 days technically, whatever that is. Okay?
Somebody put that in a freaking calculator for Tabitha.
It doesn't even matter. What matters is we're going to do 25 invites, and we're going to have an S load of invites out by the end of the 8 days. Okay. So math was just not my thing. And we're going to share our trackers. I mean, it's going to be a simple.
That's 200 invites, because I can't do simple math either. So
perfect. I love it.
That's perfect.
Okay, 200 invites. And so here's the deal. When we finish the Wednesday is the 27th. I didn't want to do it over Coach Camp weekend, because a lot of us are going to Coach Camp. I knew that we would never get invites out while we're at Coach Camp because it's so busy. And we're traveling and whatever. So I wanted to do it before that. So the 27th is the day that we would end on, which means we still have 2 more days in the month for that consistency, right? Because that's going to lead us through, that's going to take us through the end of the month to crush goals. With the 3-day refresh, with this push group, with all of the progress that we've already made this month, this should and could be by far y'all's like best month you've ever had in your business. I'm just saying, and that's exciting. And that's like super rewarding, right? So I want you to think about that and the things that you can still accomplish when we have like almost half of the month left. So I'll do a post of the group in our team page. I'll probably actually just put it in the message thread. I'm probably not even going to post it in our team page. I'll probably just put it in the message thread and see who wants added to that group. And basically you're committing to do what I'm telling you you need to do. So it'll be super fun and exciting. So does anybody have anything else? Those are the only two announcements as far as the refresh and the push group. That's all right now I think that I want to say.
I'm just saying, this is Miranda here. I'm just saying, if you're thinking like, oh my gosh, 25 a day or 100 a week or 102 days, when we did the 48-hour push group, I was like, there's no freaking way I'm going to find the time to do this. Like, because I don't have time. And now I'm at Success Club 10. Okay. So I'm just saying, it's not as hard as you think. And when you're like going and you're really pushing and you're sending them and you're following up, you have so many more people than you think that are interested. And I cannot tell you enough. Like today I posted a long post on my Facebook of a workout video of me with my daughter and my dog all up in my face. And I'm pretty much, I like sold two, I'm about to sell 2 more challenge packs tonight. I already have people like messaging me and I'm not even having to message them or follow up with them. So do the push group. Trust me, you'll want to do it.
That's amazing. That's so exciting. And that's what happens. And Jessica, like, I think we can all relate to this, but sometimes your business will start to go up when you least expect it because you put in all of that work and you're like, gosh, dang it. Like I'm sending the invites and I'm doing the things and I'm posting and I'm trying and like, why is this not moving forward? And it feels stagnant and it feels like I'm doing something wrong, which in reality, it's timing. It's that people are still watching. It's that maybe you haven't invited that right person that's ready. Or maybe you didn't put that one post out there yet that really speaks to a ton of people that's going to get people involved. So just like, you just got to hang in there and keep believing that you're going to do this and you can do this and why you're doing this. Like, I'm doing this and, I'm excited about it and I'm transferring that energy to anyone and everyone that I talk to. So it's huge and it's amazing. And it's awesome to see you guys succeed and to like move, to hit Emerald and to be moving forward, because if you're an Emerald coach, then you're moving on to Diamond. I'm just saying, like, the next stop is Diamond. So you're going there. And that's a really exciting thing to be like, oh my gosh, that's my next rank. And it might seem hard and it shouldn't, because you're going to take it one step at a time, just like you did before. You're going to continue to like, just, learn and do things, the way that you've been doing them and continue to grow and stuff. So, all right, I'll quit talking, you guys. If you guys have any questions after this, let me know. But we'll get the push group going. I'll get the 3-day refresh group started. I'll try to share the graphics. I'll try to find some good 3-day refresh graphics for stories, and I'll try to share those with you guys too. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'm super proud of you all, and I'm so excited for those of you who are going to Coach Camp. Can't wait to see you all.
Did we take a picture already?
Oh, no. Let's do it. Sorry, here, hold on. Oh,
That looks weird. I got to get in a better spot.
Hold on. Linda's like blurry, and I don't know if it's my end or you. Okay, hold on. Let's give it a second. Linda's frozen. Is she frozen or is that just me? Oh, there's Linda. Okay, say cheese. Okay, got it. Okay, you guys, thanks for jumping on. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.